What's up, you big batch of motherfuckers? Welcome back to another video from A7. Today we're going to be doing some technical talk to try to help the community out. Noticed a lot of people in the FOSSCAD Reddit having trouble with Polymaker's metallic PLA Pro. Now, there are drawbacks to this filament, and it pretty much they're built into the thing. And I am going to explain this in great detail today to help you guys understand and get successful prints with your metallic filament. So, normal Polymaker PLA Pro is consistent of PLA and PLA. So consider each layer, or each extruded line, a piece of double-sided tape. Now, it will stick to the previous layer, and then it will stick to the next layer, right? Now, when you have 100% PLA filament, when you're talking just regular PLA Pro, you have essentially, I don't know 100%, but more than likely about a 100% chance of getting layer adhesion, because you can make polymer chains through polymer really well. And so the polymer chains through standard PLA will do amazing. So you can even do those at fast speeds, not worry about layer adhesion, which fast speeds have seemed to become more standard with new technology. It's not exactly what you want. Now, in this case, with metallic filament, the best way to think about it is it has those glitter particles. Now, Polymaker says that they're not metal. I'm not aware of what they are, but I can only assume that they do not melt, because I've had a couple bad rolls that have clogged nozzles and have given me a few issues of the sort of like that. And Polymaker's always great. They'll get you sorted. Why I recommend them all day. But now, with that in mind, you have those particles, those glitter particles inside of your filament. Those physically reduce the possibility of creating chains between the previous layer and the next. Because, well, in the analogy of double-sided tape, you have dust in your tape. When anybody that's used duct tape before and stuck it on something dusty and then tried to stick it again, you see what happens. Because you have obstructions, you have stuff in the way blocking it from forming the polymer chains. And so you get a physically reduced strength, but not because of the material, but because there's less area to adhere. Now, if you want to get a good print with Polymaker PLA Pro, the metallic that will actually handle the strength it's intended, you're gonna need to slow it down. Slow it down. You guys are all printing it way too fast. So take your filament, or take your slicer, and set it to, I go from 30 to 50. I do not exceed 50 with the metallic PLA Pro. 60 if you're really impatient, but do not exceed that. Once you get higher than that, you're risking just skipping those chains. It won't be hot enough, long enough, to build chains around those particles. And so that's the struggle there. And then on top of that, raising your nozzle temp. If you guys aren't printing at 220, I print at 220. 220 works great for me. You can also try raising that. You can raise that a little bit. If your results are still good, then it's not a problem. If your overhangs start turning out pretty rough, you might want to drop your temps. If you start getting some stringing, drop your temps. But for the most part, 22 or 220 is pretty stable. So I'd advise about 220 for the extruder temp. And for the cooling fan, I normally run like 75% max. I don't do 100% cooling because I want it to bake for a while. You want it to stay toasty for a little bit to give more time for those chains to form around the debris in the filament. Now, with metallic filament, it is the same strength as the PLA Pro, but you have 25%, give or take a bit, I don't know 100%, but 25% roughly of that area it physically cannot bond. And so you lose 25% of your layer adhesion just because of the debris in the filament. Now, normal Polymaker PLA Pro, not a problem. The metallic is the same thing, just with those particles. Now, with that in mind, you need to slow your print down. Outer walls, I do a little slower because I like detail. I like my prints to look good. So I do around like 45 to 50 at most for the outer wall. That first layer, 30. That's just because I don't like my shit coming off of the bed. But you set your temps 220, no lower. Your speeds, 50, 60 is pushing it. 60 is pushing it. Don't go past 60. And for the most part, you will get good results. All of these people that are having trouble with their metallic filaments, I've been told that they were using these standard settings in Bamboo Slicer. Standard settings are fast as fuck. They are way faster than what we need for the physical properties of our filaments. For regular PLA, who cares? They're not making stuff that needs to handle impact, and so it doesn't matter as far as the speeds for the most consumer market. You will need to build your own profile on a Bamboo. I promise you. Build your own profile, get it set up, save it, use it for anything that needs that real strength. And then with that, you'll have good luck. Now, thank you guys for attending today's TED Talk. Anybody that might have trouble with metallic PLA filaments, you can find me on Reddit, A7Curio, on Reddit, A7 Designs on YouTube. You guys know me, you're seeing me here. But I am more than willing to help out the community. You know, just get in touch with me. I can help you out. If you're having trouble, I'll help. I won't design shit for you, because I don't know how that goes, but I will give you advice based on the 4 years of knowledge I've had. Now, I've only started making YouTube videos as of recently, so you guys wouldn't have seen a lot of the stuff that I have done. I've been doing stuff since 2021, and I have gained a lot of knowledge. Now, if I can tell you anything that helps in the 3D 2A, slow it down. Stop printing so fast. Stop being impatient and just let the print do what it needs to do to meet our needs. That is the thing. So, any case, A7 here, signing off today. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope I helped a few people out. Comment if I helped you. Let me know. Comment if you got problems. I'll help you out. Any case, A7 Curio signing off. Happy printing. Wear iPro, wear gloves, stay safe, baby.